All right, hello everyone. So today's the 18th. I've already posted the astrals on the website already. And so here's what we have. These are the astrals plus the evening one as well. Now, yesterday I said the closing was going to be interesting. As you can see from here with gold, it just like start to shoot up. We had that 1936, if you recall, on the weekly, and now that's being breached. So this is like going to be a push up. If it breaks above that 53, which it has, okay, okay, that's your 1936. As you can see, it's going to be aggressive. So what we want to do is wait for the market to pull back and you can go long again, okay. Also on the daily, this is why we've got this resistance here. So you have to be a little careful around here. I'm now going to get rid of this blue level here because we said this would be a target and it was a target. Now we're going higher. So now we just have to chill out a little bit and just wait for a retracement until going long again. All right, so the market can still start to dip down from here, as this is a resistance level, as you can see before here. So we're still looking for a retracement. If it does come back, you need to buy, and that's going to be around this bar here, okay, the pin of that, plus we've got this zone here. So let's get rid of that as well, okay. And now what we can actually say is we'll just see how things pan out. Okay. On the monthly as well, let's take a look. This is the daily, sorry. Let's take a look at the monthly. We've got 56 there, which is 1962. 1962 is there. All right, so we already know where the monthly can get up to. That'd be a good buy. Okay, so this will be with all the wars going on, right? So shorting it is a bit tricky, as you can see with all, with Ukraine, Russia, now with the Middle East crisis, and God knows what's going to happen next. Until the end of this year, it's like pretty tricky situation globally. So in any case, going long with gold is not a bad idea as it comes down and dips down. And Monday was a swing day, and that was the low of the week on Monday. As you can see, market just went up into that target 1936 there, and we've got further targets for the month. So any pullback is okay to go long at Astro hours. And I did say you can sell off the highs if it got there yesterday, and these were the highs, but you'll see it wasn't really, the Astro hour did not really match the high of last week. So yeah, we made the high of last week, market retraced, but it wasn't really an Astro hour. This was like in the middle of nowhere, and that's basically it. So if it had come actually to the lower side of things like here, it would have been perfect to go long as well as an Astro hour. However, though, it didn't. So you can see here we've got some kind of a distribution happening here. Because it's a distribution because we're at the tops, remember? So it's some kind of distribution phase happening here. So maybe that will lead to some kind of a retracement. But like I said, with all the global crises happening, this might just keep going for a while, and it doesn't really necessarily have to come back, or if it does, it'll take a while for it to do so. Okay, so this means that if the market does come back down, okay, you can go long with it. This is your daily resistance, and that's your weekly, and your monthly target is there. So buying, where the market shot up, such as here. Okay, going long here. Okay, and the daily pivot. This zone is okay. To push back up if the market retraces down. Now SP 500, here we are. This zone, as you know, was a sell zone. So selling from this zone, we're okay. I think shorting it is the way to go. SP 500 today is today is Wednesday, right? So Monday, okay, the swing day for SP 500 was Monday, okay. However, though, remember Dow Jones has got Tuesday as well, and indices go together. So we had Monday, Tuesday, and with NASDAQ as well, even today, which is Wednesday, is still on the cards. So selling the highs is not a bad idea. Like I said, it was Astro hours yesterday here, so selling the highs is okay. Doing the same again today, I think, is okay. If the market does go up, selling is okay. 55.51 is 4375. It's your goodbye kiss level, 4375, which the market already did. So 4375 is not a bad spot to sell the market there. Okay. And it's pretty much there. Okay. If we come up here, and that's also target 4,411, it's sellable. That 56 is 4,427. So let's do this, 4,427. Now the drama with this is, like I said yesterday as well, is that weekly breakout on the PST. Okay. So this is a bit of a drama because we don't like standing in front of it. That's why. So we'll see how this thing pans out. If you're going to sell it, be mindful. Maybe use a smaller lot size. I still say the market should be sold because we're in a downwards trend. Okay, and here is not a bad setup. So if the market is somewhere up in the highs, here, here in this zone, you can always sell at the Astro hours. That's what I think should be done. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Euro dollar yesterday, this was the zone here. As you can see, the market sold off. Astro hours yesterday, up here, as you can see, that was an Astro hour. The market hit the target. Remember, we had 1.0580. The day before, we had 40. So it came to that 40 zone, the weekly pivot. Then it came to 05802. If you take a look at the daily here, okay, this is where we're at. Okay, so still we might have a bit of room to push up at the end of the day, but selling is the way to go. I told you this is a flag formation, so the highs is okay to sell in my opinion. If it breaks out, worst case scenario, we're still going to look to be selling in this zone, okay, because I think it should be heading down. Now this is the weekly PST level here, and there's a bit of a breach here. If the market does stop here and push up a little bit, don't stand in front of the breakout. Okay, this is 38 1.0580. So the market will want to come back to go long. All right, so it can do that. So can you, or should you go long? I think you can. If it's an Astro hour and the market has pulled back, I think we're okay to do so. This is a good level where the market bought before. If we come back, retest the weekly, okay, fill in the gap here, as you can see. If we come back, fill in the gap, come towards this zone here, and it's an Astro hour, I think going long is not a bad idea. This is the bar where the breakout happened, as you can see. So coming into this white zone will be an opportunity to go long if it's an Astro hour. Do you want to sell towards that? Well, it's a little bit tricky, but you can as well. Just use the Astro hours. And the first Astro hour is 10:50 today, so it's a bit off. We still have time for that. Let's see. Yeah, 10:50 to 11:30, so 10:45 here. 11:30. So if the market does pull back, buying to go up is not a bad idea, because if it keeps breaking out a little bit more, we should push up. That 55 is 1.0625, and that's not a bad target there as well. So 0625 is there, okay, and 0640, where's that? 06 10 is 73, 47, 0715. Okay, there's room to go for that one, but yeah, and it's done a few of the targets here on the monthly. So a bit of a pullback and then sell off, I think, is the way to go. And that's basically it. So if we come down, be mindful, we should head up, but cover yourself at the appropriate place where you put the stop loss, about the same as your stop loss. A lot of people don't cover their trades. So if you're going to cover it, make sure you cover it at the daily pivot or slightly under, and so on, and then you can head up into that zone. Obviously, the high of yesterday is also going to be important for you, which is at 1.0594. Okay, a little tricky this week. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and Bitcoin. All right, so this is US 30 now. Let's take a look. Remember what hours we had yesterday. Let's see, what is that? That's 7:30. Okay, we had, what do we have? 6:45 is there. All right, so we had that 6:45. Market swung around 7:30. Okay, and let's just see. Then we had 22.50, which is 22.50 is there. From there to 23.40. 23.40 is there. All right, so let's see. All right, so this zone, remember I said we had a bit of a gap here as well. So the market should come and touch it up. Your good place to sell today would be 62. That's 34,210. 34,210. Okay, so around this blue zone, I think this blue zone is logical to hit if it gets up into this zone. Then we've got a good buy kiss here as well, so I think this is still sellable there. You might want to wait for that. Okay, as you can see, we might have a little bit more room to go in there, but that zone is, for me, in any case, a sell zone, and then we should look to push down as well. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart here, 34,210, 15 zone here, 34,210, yeah, around here. Okay, so this is still doable. We just mark this level. Okay, as you can see, 34,215 until this line here, 34,331. There. Okay, so this zone is still doable, and I think this is also a sell zone. If you want to buy, then this is the zone where you need to buy. Okay, this is a zone where you can push up, as you can see here. Yeah, pretty much this would be the level. Okay, so that's your sell zone, and the lower end is your buy zone. Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq Wednesday is a swing day, as you know, for this one. Okay, so if the market, oh, the market's looking good to sell off actually. 55. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, this is what's a bit of a worry for us. Okay, because of that PST level, but we'll have to see. In any case, I'd be a seller if the market raised its head, and this is also not a bad place to sell either. This equilibrium zone here, okay, Why? Because that's your good buy kiss on the daily. Okay, in that zone. So wait for the Astro hours, and from the higher ends, you could sell off. If you're looking for precise pricing, like I said, 55.30, that's 15,143. And then 15,143 is there. So this is your zone. This is a place where you can sell at Astro hours. Um, I've got equal highs here, so the market might sweep and then sell off. So selling in this zone is also okay at Astro hours. Anything above that, don't stand in front of it, because you got 63 there, which is your 15,541, and that's up there. Okay, so if it breaks out, it's a bit tricky. You could actually wait as well if you want and just get a confirmation that the market will sell off. But at the end of the day, this zone here, as you can see, um, the highs, like from here, if it's an Astro hour, I think it's sellable, and I think it should be sold. And then we should have, according to that daily, we should come back into this zone right down here, and this trend should continue downwards. So I'm definitely a seller in this zone here if the market goes up. You can also use this 15,190 as a good buy kiss as well, the top of the channel, this zone. So wait for a setup. In any case, the Astro hour plus a price in these levels here, okay, like the high of high of Monday, Tuesday, high of last week, for example. Those levels are all okay to sell off if it's an Astro hour. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, that's your swing day, as you can see. What to do here? Well, the market will probably want to retest that to see if those sells are okay. As you can see, it's a big push down. But let's see. I don't see, in my opinion, the market is probably going to do here as well some kind of a distribution, and then we'll probably retrace. There's gaps to fill here, so at the end of the day, we'll need to come back there. As far as I'm concerned, for buying and holding, we can wait. If you like, you can also do this. Look, just draw your channels up there. Okay, sell at the highs and sell at the highs, and that's basically what you can do. Okay, and if you're interested in buying, and if you want to buy more Bitcoin and so on, if you're day trading, then you'll have to buy the low, sell the high, buy the low, kind of thing. Okay, if you're buying and holding, I suggest you wait till the price comes down, and what's going to determine that price is actually also spring. Okay, when we get to spring, we'll talk about it. At the end of the day, though, if you're day trading, selling the highs, I think is okay to push down. And if it's an Astro hour at the lows, you can also go long at the lows as well. I'm going to get rid of this now. There's no need for it, as you can see.